So I have a few subscribers who watch this channel and have told me that they don't particularly care for the vlogging style videos. So if you're one of those, if you're somebody that doesn't like that, that's fine. But I will say this video is sort of going to be a vlogging style video because I'm down in the city today. So I'm going to be taking back the Swift, what is it? The Swift tool bag. So I know I made a video about it the other day, and I was really excited to purchase the tool bag. Largely because it was there, and I had just looked at it online not even a few days before that, and thought, wow, this could be a perfect setup. So anyway, I got it. I hadn't even tried it out before I made that video. I just literally threw it in my handlebar bag, took off on a bike ride, and I was out riding, and I thought, well, maybe this is a chance to just do a quick video unraveling it and seeing what's inside. So anyway, later that day I got home and I started kind of unpacking all my tools and starting to fill it up and messing around with it to see where things should fit and how it's going to roll up. And long story short, and I actually recorded some of that, but I think I deleted the footage, unfortunately. But anyway, I started packing it with all my tools and found that it just didn't fit everything I wanted in a way that I could roll it up and put it under the seat with extra tubes. Now this is a caveat, is that I wanted to put some tubes in it, kind of as I showed you in that other video. So I put a tube in there and then other tools, and by the time I rolled it up, it was pretty thick. It was like a big burrito, and it wouldn't fit very, it just didn't roll up very well, and the Velcro strap part didn't actually reach all the way around to really tighten it up. And so I just thought, maybe I don't want to fight an uphill battle with this. I want it to be convenient. I want it to work well. So that was one issue. And then I thought to myself, well, let me try a road. Maybe I'm trying too hard to make it work with the 32mm tires. Because the tubes are larger. So I thought, well, why don't we go with it as a tool roll for my road bike? So let me grab my road stuff, my 25mm tubes and my 25 to 28mm tubes and the smaller tool set that I use and the tire levers. Try that and roll it up and see if it works on my road bike. The problem was my road bike, the saddle's much narrower and the rails are too close to the side of the rails are too close to the edge of the saddle, so you can't actually get that buckle to go up and over. So that automatically meant it wasn't going to work for the road bike. So then I stepped back and thought, well, maybe what I'll do is use it for the vintage bike, and I'll just put tools in it and no tubes, because my vintage rondineering bike I'm building up is the Bianchi, and I was thinking, well, I'm going to have a handlebar bag, so I could just use it on that. Well, again, the problem is the pouches. For vintage bikes, you tend to need a set of wrenches, and the wrenches are kind of long, so that's one issue, and the little pockets are kind of short, so you can't set wrenches inside those sleeves of the pockets. And again, when you roll it up, you end up with this large bundle that just doesn't quite roll up tightly enough for what I want. So I'm sorry, Swift, I really wanted that bag. I was really hoping that bag was going to do the trick for me. The other bags you're making are wonderful. The handlebar bag is far superior to the other ones that I've seen so far. I really like it. I like the size of it. I like everything about it. But the tool roll, I don't know if maybe I'm doing something wrong, and I'd be the first to admit it, but I'm just not super pleased with it. So I'm going to return this one back to Box Dog. Hopefully get store credit for it and use that towards I need to get a rack for my other bike. I need to get some other possible other saddlebags, so I can use the credit towards something else. So it's not going to be a big deal. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, I got excited. Sorry to my viewers. I really got excited about that. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing later today. Let's hope that Box Dog doesn't get too upset at me for having to return it, because I was really excited about getting it. All right, so let's go take care of that, and gonna have a bike ride today, and then got some other things planned for discussion later, so I'll talk to you in a minute. So originally I wasn't even gonna make this video, but then I thought about it, and then I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna delete that video. No one watches this channel anyways, so I could probably just delete that, and no one would even notice. Then I thought, no, I better make this video. That's what this channel is all about. It's not about, it's about showing people the reality of, or showing people the honest truth about what I think is important. That's quite an adventure van right there. Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. What are you thinking? I'm not getting paid for it, so I'm not very advertiser friendly either. So there you go. I got a late start, so what I do on a late start is I focus on climbing. We've got Mount Tam. You can go out to West Marin and do a few little climbs out there, but for the most part, Mount Tam is kind of where you're going to put your energy if you're in Marin late morning. This is Sausalito, there's San Francisco. So that's where you want to go when you're in Marin. You want to ride up that thing. That's what you want to do. And then if you get bored, you can go over there and hop in that seaplane and go for a flight around the Golden Gate Bridge. So Nick and I from Ridealongside have been bantering back and forth about different vlogging setup. If you guys don't know who Nick is with Ridealongside, I'm gonna put a link to his channel on my description below, so you should check it out. So he and I both have similar interests in finding kind of good overall camera for cycling, videotaping cycling. You know, we have a specific goal, which is, unlike other possible YouTubers out there, like, we need to be able to hold these things and film other cyclists, take on trails, you know, that sort of thing. Check out this. I love those things. I'm on my road bike, so obviously I don't have the luxury of a handlebar bag. So let me show you what I'm doing, Nick. This is just an experiment today. I want to see what it's like to not have a bag to put the camera in and actually just go out. So, but let me switch over to my phone camera here. So let me do that right now. All right, so here's the camera setup. Okay, so all I'm using is the neck strap that I got with the camera, and just slinging it over my shoulder. All I have is this camera strap, and I'm just holding the camera in my hand. This is it right here. That mountain just looks big, doesn't it? Okay, let me give you a little tip on how to do Mount Tam from Mill Valley. Do not turn back there at the 2 a.m. club. That's where everybody turns. Don't do that. Go all the way into town. There's this fancy bike path now, or bike lane. Just follow it. Go all the way to downtown Mill Valley, turn left on Throckmorton. Weave your way up between the houses up there and take Marin Drive. The reason you do that is because if you turn at the 2 a.m. club back there, you go straight up this very steep grade right in the beginning. It's not fun. So that's I'll show you when we get up here. I'll show you the optimal route through town. Alright, so Old Mill becomes Cascade, and then you just go left on Marin, and you just start your ascent up the top. And the gradient here is great. It's like 6%, so much better way to get started. So this is basically the top of East Peak. The road goes on a little further that way, kind of drops down, and then you go down that curve, and then you climb up, and actually you kind of see the Richmond Bridge down there. Anyway, you go up, and that's the actual East Peak. But this is more or less the highest point. There's the communication thing up there. Let's see, can you see it? Where is it? Anyway, it's a white ball. I can't really see it because it's too far away. But anyway, check out this view today. It's kind of an interesting hazy day. What do you guys think? I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at this. So the road comes up right there, winds up, and then you can go down. That's old railroad grade. That's the trail. But the road actually is over there. It follows along that ridge, goes over, then it drops down, and it gets down to here, and then it follows that down, and then it goes around down into Mill Valley, which is right down there somewhere. It's kind of a cool looking day. Let's zoom in. There's San Francisco. Let's see, can we see the bridge? I guess it's kind of hidden behind that hill right there. So that's Sausalito, right? And then you go around that little hill and then you get on the bridge. That's how you get on the bridge. So anyway, yeah, Nick and I both are kind of trying to sort out like what's the best filming situation for bike riding. I mean, it's one thing to carry a bunch of equipment with you, and that's great, but on a bike, if you're just trying to capture some footage, you know, it's difficult. This camera I'm carrying is heavy, so on a group ride, it's hard to carry a heavy camera and then to pull it out quickly and get some shots, so that's a difficult thing to do. So I'm looking into this in like an action camera situation. I like the Sony because it has in-body stabilization, which might mean I could eliminate the need for a gimbal. But they're making some small gimbals for like GoPros and stuff, so I might look at that. It would be really cool if it mounted, what I'd like to be able to do is mount it on the handlebars just like my Garmin, and have sort of like a quick release where, let's say the camera was here, I could just pull it off, hand hold, and do, you know, some filming or whatever, and then put it back on. Clip it on and have it still filming, you know, whatever I'm seeing on the front of the handlebars. But that's just a dream. I'm sure with everything there's a trade-off there's going to be a price for that.